Jerry Rice used to do warm-ups.
Dude, the bar popping off the traps, high bar or Hercule Bridge, like I used to always think that was so cool. Hello and welcome back to the Fox Strength Performance YouTube channel. I am Taylor Fox, and today I want to review one of my favorite videos on YouTube of all time. So this is Powerlifting, the Mentality. It's a video that came out a number of years ago while I was in college. Kind of like up-and-coming mediocre powerlifter, really hadn't posted any kind of total that was worth respecting. And I feel like this was something that like really motivated me because like training compilations that were really good were kind of like one of the basis of content at that time. And so like anything that came out that was really exciting was like great to watch. It's not like now where there's so much content it's kind of overwhelming and you can't keep up with it. And then the guys in the video are like superheroes basically, to me being like a young kind of skinny powerlifter, like needing to build muscle and needing to get stronger. So it was pretty cool like to see at that time, and I've watched it so many times since. I mean, it's got 2 million views. I've probably watched it like a million times. But this is from Samson7858, otherwise known as Kevin Sampson, who is a strength coach. Some of the stuff with Zach Evanash, Mark Bell. Mark Bell is a big feature in this one. So something that I was really passionate about sharing and creating content about when I created a YouTube channel, because I'm just obsessed with different training compilation videos, different motivational videos on YouTube. That's really how I got into the platform. It's really what drives me, like going on YouTube and watching videos. So something I certainly wanted to include just for myself, but also to like inspire others, like to get around to these concepts that are presented in the video and motivate you to, continue pushing your training to new heights. So let's get this video going. This is Powerlifting, the Mentality. Also, great freaking song. You'll notice, like, if you go and watch the others, if you haven't already, and it's just like all Metallica songs. And I remember hearing a story from Zach Evanash where he was like, "Bro, can we put this on the video? Like, isn't this copyrighted?" And he was like, "No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine." It's funny. And it's just like so much like anticipation, like start out slow and then epic speech into like a bunch of huge dudes lifting massive weight.
We got a question about the central nervous system. My favorite question of all time. Actually,
the freaking central nervous system, it's like I have a good scientific foundation, and that's certainly something you have to respect if you're doing powerlifting at a high level. If you're doing strongman, like it's a given you'll be doing a max event somewhere, or powerlifting, like it's up to you, but really you should be maxing out to get the best total possible. Like it is a central nervous system dump. It is going to deplete you. You do need to give that respect and that time to recover from those big lifts. But also there's just the bro aspect of, oh my god, bro, the central nervous system, I'm burned out. I can't train.
it's not a question. Just a guy talking shit. And I know I probably should never respond to these, but I can't help myself. The old
You like need to detach from the questions and the comments that are just silly and rhetorical for no reason when you release content on the internet, but also at the same time, mad respect to Mark Bell for doing this, because not a lot of people are doing it this time, like doing the Q&As, doing the videos like from his gym of like their training footage. Like he was really one of the first ones, fitness YouTube channel, to do voiceover training footage, like very like forward thinking at the time. And like his gym has always been free as far as I know. Like he really welcomes a lot of lifters and different entrepreneurs, and like to work with him. So kudos to him for like doing content like this back in the day. I remember watching the Q&As, and it was always like very valuable information for me.
Wrestler inside of me wants to respond to a lot of these things. Anyway, this guy, in a not so very nice way, says, how I'm an idiot.
And you're getting like the intro to Brandon Lilly and Dan Green. Also, like Mark Bell, I think a lot of us thought he was like an idiot. I don't know, like just weird. Like, I'm at home, I don't have a job now, and I'm making Power Magazine. My wife's out working, but the dude literally was so innovative and like pushed so many things forward, not only for himself but in the fitness industry, in strength training. Like, it's actually insane.
Which he's correct. Let's face it, we all know that, don't we? So that's not news. But he says I'm an idiot because I'm ignoring pain, ignoring elbow pain, and ignoring fatigue, and ignoring the central nervous system. And I'm not listening to my body. And I'm
like, you should want to push yourself, and also like, what am I going to do, just not lift? Like, that's really what I'm passionate about, and that's what I want to be doing. And I'm going to continue to like be smart about it, but also push limits. And like, that's what a lot of these guys are doing. And there's a ton of different ways that you can hurt yourself without really getting into these kind of endeavors and pursuits. And I think like, for the most part, you end up better for it. You learn how to deal with adversity, you learn how to overcome challenges. Like, everybody that just wants to avoid things all the time, it's like crazy. And also, thank you to all the commenters on my YouTube videos telling me I'm break my spine. You know who is going to break their spine? Weak old people that don't have muscular or bone integrity.
I'm going to end up in a wheelchair with a nurse pushing me around. Well, guess what, my friend? We are all heading there. We will all die. We will all be in a lot of pain. It's all coming our way. It's inevitable. It's part of life. But in the meantime, you might as well be a fucking savage and live your life the way.
Gotta get after it every day, whether that's training or something else in life. And generally, like, if you're trying to like gauge that minimal effective effort and put in just enough, like, it doesn't really work out that well. People that are successful in anything, like, they're pushing hard and they're grinding and they're doing more than they need to, so that they can get to a point where they don't need to do as much. Like, lifters that are in meets, like, things just come second nature. They don't need to put as much stress or effort into the preparation. Strongmen, like, know certain events and just, it's like, go on autopilot, just go out there, set up, and run through it. As whereas, like, a guy in the office, like, running a report, like, knows how to do it in about quarter of the time of an unexperienced person. But it's, those skills come from grinding and doing it over and over again. I will tell you, even now, like, I am filming this video twice because I didn't put the audio on the first time, so good for me.
You want to live, and you might as well put your best effort and your best foot forward and train like a motherfucker. I fell with 1,080 on my back, and I got up and I walked away on.
Bro really did fall with 1,080, and like, I don't care what your opinion of equipped powerlifting is. Like, I've stumbled with 1,080 and it's not pleasant, so to fall down on your knees with it, like, it's crazy. Mark Bell's a badass.
On my own. One of my training partners tried to carry me off. He said, "Here, rest on my shoulder." I said, "Get the fuck away from me."
Bro, I'm walking off that platform in the squat suit and fully wrapped knees that I can barely walk it anyway.
And the reason is because I walk and stand on my own 2 feet. I'm a man. That's what I do. So for you, you know, you're trying to take the easy route. You're trying to find excuses why you shouldn't be training.
Also, like, when I first watched this, and I didn't know who Ben Rice was, and I just thought it was some crazy Russian dude in a gym by, like, himself, or, like, had a couple, like, training partners, like, and it was just this dude in Washington, like, but he was crazy strong and still is.
And you're trying to find science and research and stupid shit like that about the central nervous system so you can miss a workout or two. You're taking the easy way out. What did Jerry Rice used to do? Jerry Rice used to run hills and catch bricks. Jerry Rice used to do warm-ups.
Dude, the bar popping off the traps, high bar, or Hercule Bridge, like, I used to always think that was so cool. I would really try to squat high bar very fast. And I felt like it was good, like, getting that force production through the bar. You also have to be careful with it, like, making sure you have a good position, like, staying tight, bring the bar back down in a good position, catching it. You bring it down on your cervical vertebrae wrong, and all of a sudden you got a fractured vertebrae in your neck.
Make other athletes puke. That was stupid, right? Because there was no science behind it. And Jerry Rice only lasted 20 plus years in the NFL. So when I said fuck you and fuck your elbow, I mean it. Fuck you and fuck your elbow.
This dude with his elbow, like, years later, imagine, like, it was just some kid with lateral epicondylitis from benching, and he's like, dude, I really just feel like this is a problem. Like, help me with my elbow, but a steady approach to, like, an asshole when asking the question. Again, not a question.
If I could tell you how much I've missed and how much I've sacrificed, I probably feel a lot more guilty about it than I really do now, but it's what it takes. I mean, we all make sacrifices in this.
I think it's so cool, like, Brandon Lilly coming out to the monolift, like, adjusting the straps. Like, the backyard meets, I feel like, were so cool back in the day. Such a dope atmosphere, and, like, very impressive lifting. It was really, like, the first of its kind, like, big meets like that. Now it seems like a little more regular, but I feel like people take it for granted.
This life, and this is the path I've chosen, is to be as good of a powerlifter as I can be. And to honestly answer that question, that's what you're going to have to do. I can remember being in college, 3/4 of the way through a class. We were going on a trip, and I ended up dropping the class. I had a B in it.
Dude, this is the thing where it's like, okay, I have, like, multiple degrees, state licenses, certifications, and from, like, gold standard, like, governing bodies, and I managed to get my training in, like, get up to an 845 deadlift, carry 1,000-pound yoke, total 1,800 powerlifting, move on to Strongman after that. Like, I don't really wrap my head around the idea of, like, I can't miss 2 days of training, so I'll just drop this class and, like, put myself behind in college. But then also that's the Dave Tate mentality of, like, it took me 7-8 years to graduate college with a bachelor's. I don't know. I didn't have time for that.
But I dropped it 3/4 of the way through because I was going to miss 2 days of training.
I love, like, him slamming that bar and then, like, right into this, like, Pete Rubish freak out. And the freaking grind that Stan Efferding went through with that 600-pound bench. I think he missed the attempt before that and then came back and hit it. It was awesome. I just feel like we're journeying into the Soviet Union with KK and massive deadlifts. The dude also competed in full power meets, like putting up great totals, like squatting heavy, good bench, and then pulling 920, 950. You still love those like monos, like facing out and the arms like swing away from you. Like, it's pretty cool. I also feel like we're like in the 80s or 90s, like real old school, but it's actually like not that long ago. But just everybody in their like sweatsuits, got this weird looking monolift, this bald Russian dude just pummeling like heavy ass weight. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Milano tag. I also just love his IPF footage, and then dude like squats the most in the world, and then it's like, oh yeah, just pull 880, you know, and pretty solid like conventional and sumo puller. Just freaking Bill Kazmaier repping out 5 plates, and Scott Mendelson, his wife like slapping the shit out of him. There'll always be like the controversy of like Ed Cohn gave a way too quick of a press command on Scott's bench, but he was like, I got scared and just told him to press it. Remember the history of like if you're real into powerlifting like this, and Andy Bolton has this showdown with Vince Urbank for the deadlift American record, like this backyard Halloween meet in Texas, I think. And it's like, oh my god, Andy Bolton like pulls a massive deadlift. Urbank American record! And then Urbank just comes out and smashes it with like very unique at the time hook grip. The guy's just like, he's got it! He's got the record! Captain Kirk, massive squat, huge quads, right into Benny Magnuson, pulling 1,010 or 1,015. I came up pulling sumo, powerlifting. Like, I really was never exposed to the whole, like, oh, sumo's dumb kind of thing. I felt like with Dan Green, Milanichev would pull sumo, you know, watching Eddie Cohn videos. Like, sumo seemed cool at the time. I don't know, maybe now it's like all the guys like pushing the width and the range of motion to where it's like very minimal now, that people are like getting very anti-sumo. But at the time I was like, these are such badass lifts, and like it's really cool to watch. also like, I don't really care if you use accommodating resistance or not, but I feel like just the mentality of like putting the heavy dumbbells down on the monolift, strapping the bands on, using some crazy camber bar, doing box squats with like a crew of guys, and you're just going one after another. It's just the complete opposite now of like this kid in a combo rack by himself, like squatting 200 kilos, like near max weight, and fucking screaming and like going ape shit over himself. Like, dude, you need to like get humbled, like train with a crew, like look at guys that are way stronger than you, and like really adjust your mentality.
Fuck you and fuck your elbow.
Peace out. Anyway, one of my favorite videos of all time, I will literally pull it up on the way to the gym, and I feel like it motivates me and I get really excited about it. So just wanted to like share that and my passion around like some of my favorite videos on YouTube, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and can take something away from it. Until next time, keep lifting those heavy weights, hold strong.